Hey everyone, I am livecam and coming at you again today with another video from one of my favorite places on the planet. Yes, of course, I am talking about China, and specifically we are still hanging out in Guangxi Province. Guangxi is very near and dear to me because it is the very first place I've ever been to in China, and that's where I started teaching. That's where I met my girlfriend, who has been my wife for the past 18 years. So it's got a lot of history for me. So when I look back at these live streams, well, I look at these live streams, not even looking back, I'm looking now at these streams from China. It's just especially important to me. What else is especially important to me is growing this channel and sharing my videos with more and more new friends. And you, my friend, can help out a lot simply by taking a couple seconds and hitting that thumbs up button, pushing that subscribe button, and that way YouTube is going to see that people are watching me and start sharing me with more and more people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now let's get back to the video and let's go full screen. So we are at the Guigang Pingnan County Xijiang Bridge. Now, there's a reason I want to show you this. First off, big rivers, waterways like this are very common in China, and you'll always see these big barges filled with raw materials of every type going up and down them. But as we saw in my last video, or one of my last videos, depending what order I'm posting these in, things in China have really slowed down a lot due to the recent dissolution of all of the COVID restrictions and the complete opening of the country, which has led to a dramatic increase in the number of cases as herd immunity is being developed. So things appear in many public places to have slowed down. But as we can see going across this bridge here, not everywhere is slow. This is still China. So of course there is going to be a non-stop rush of cars, vans, trucks, motorcycles, bicycles, everything you can imagine going across this bridge all day long, and that's exciting. And you know what else is exciting is look at that freaking yellow building. Woo! That is a yellow building. Now another thing I wanted to show you about China, and one of the kind of negative connotations that is often given to China is people say, oh, it's so polluted, you can't see your hand in front of your face through the smog, blah blah blah. That's also simply not true. This is a pretty standard scene in South China. It could very well be smoggy, and it could very well be from industries nearby. But since it's also South China, it could just be actual fog from the humidity and from the natural moisture in the air. But either way, even this is not terrible. This does not constitute a terrible day. Actually, it looks like it's quite a nice day. It's not raining, which is typical. In South China, the winters can be cold due to the humidity. Like even 15 degrees Celsius feels freezing cold when it's at 98% humidity. Wow, I thought that cargo ship was going in the other direction, but it appears it's coming towards the bridge. That's cool. But yeah, it's in the winter time, however, you don't get the rains that you do in the summer and the monsoon season. So this time of year is typically very dry. It's a gorgeous time of year to go out exploring and to go walking around. And once again, like I've mentioned in so many of my videos, there is so much green space. If you look along the waterway here, this is just not all closed off to the public. There are benches, there are trees, there are gardens, there are bushes, walkways, fences, lighting all the way along there, garbage cans. It is designed to attract people to say, hey, get off your ass, go and move a little bit. And it works. I love this aspect of China. Even right now, one thing that Chinese people don't like is the daytime sun. They are very culturally against their skin becoming darker from sunburn, or sun tanning of any kind. so they don't typically like to go out into the bright sun, which is fantastic for me. That means the sunniest days of the year are the days when there are the least people in the parks. I go exploring. I love it. It's fantastic. But as you can see here, all along this little strip down here, it's just gorgeous. What a fantastic place to go for a bike ride, to go for a nice little hike, a jog. It's just unreal. And here we've got this great big cargo ship coming up right under the bridge. Doot doot. Now, before we get carried away with all of this stuff, let's move on to another camera, which is a little bit different of a story in Guangxi Province. Now, these are those little limestone mountains that I've mentioned a few times in the Yangshuo Guilin type of area of Guangxi. Now, here's another completely opposite type of living situation. Right down by the water here, you've got these small houses. These are not high rises. These are maybe 4 levels, 4-story apartments and just houses in general. I bet you people do a lot of fishing, a lot. This waterway here is used for a lot of different things. You've got the mist, the rain, the clouds going over the mountains. I mean, which is more beautiful to you? A nice, serene, quiet setting like this, and this is live, people. This is not a static picture. You can see somebody walking around over there. Could you picture yourself? There's a water buffalo right here. Could you picture yourself retiring here, walking down this little path here, down to these steps down to the water, setting up a little chair and casting your rod in and seeing if you can bring home dinner every day? Or would you prefer to be in the big city with the hustle and the bustle and the movement, the traffic, the people? It's a tough question. For me, I look at this and I see, yeah. Because even though this is not a major city, the communication in China, the internet, the 5G access, for example, these people all have much faster internet than we have here. They have their own equivalents of Amazon that will deliver to any of these places in a day. You're never as secluded as you would have been in the past. But I'm thinking even more something along these lines. Let's look at one more place here. Now, this is closer to Guangxi. This is Guilin, Guangxi, Lijiang Bay. Now, I am almost 100% certain that I have been here personally myself. Let me get a live stream going here. Here we go. And this is gorgeous. This to me is a little slice of heaven, right? Over here you've got the tourist boats that would fill up in the day. Here's probably one coming back right now. The Lijiang River has traditionally over the years been quite low, the water levels, so many times when I was there the last time, I don't think they were doing the boats at all, simply because the water level was too low, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, I have no doubt that there are little restaurants and little tourist activities all surrounding this area that we're looking at right now, where you can eat basically freshwater seafood, freshwater fish. I guess it's not really seafood if it's not out of the sea, but a wealth of different fish and animals and delicious things that are caught in this lake, or in this river, I should say, and produce that's literally grown in the fields around you. And that's the type of experience that I love. McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, gross. Something that just came out of the ground over there, and then another little bit that came out of the ground over there, and something that's coming off this fishing boat in 5 minutes. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. It's amazing. I've actually eaten in restaurants that are on giant ships in Chongqing. I'll show you a picture of that. That's really cool. But yeah, this is the very first place that I flew to in China. It was the worst flight of my entire life. I'm one of those lucky people that doesn't fly on flights. And when I was a young man, look at that cool ass boat. I took the cheapest flight possible. So I flew from Edmonton to Vancouver, Vancouver to San Francisco, San Francisco to Taipei, Taipei to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Guilin. 6 flights, 35 hours, no sleep. By the time I hit this place, I was hallucinating from lack of sleep. It was the middle of the night though, so it wasn't too terrible. But this is the reason I went. When I was a computer engineer working for the biggest computer company in the world, but my health was failing, I was stressed, I wasn't happy, and I honestly saw an ad in the back of the newspaper that said teach English overseas, $1,000. I paid the $1,000 and I hopped on a plane, and this is the place it brought me to. And the reason I chose this place as opposed to Beijing or the Philippines or Malaysia, Indonesia, Madagascar, different places in Africa, Middle East, where I could have gone to teach as well, was this. 100% was this. Those little pokey mountains are amazing. Amazing. If I can find a live cam from Yangshuo again. Yangshuo. What an amazingly beautiful place. That was where I spent my first night's sleep in China, other than the time in the airplanes and taxis. But wow, such an amazing place. If I can find a live cam there, I am going to show it to you. If I can't, by gods, I'm going to go there and create a live cam just to show you how freaking amazing this place really is. Even this, right now it is 10:18 p.m. here. It is 11:12 or 11:13 a.m. there. It makes perfect sense. This is a live camera, people. This is happening right now. This is what I love. This is what this channel is all about. And look at that. We have more friends pulling up on another boat here. You know, I bet you when it's slow like this, if you showed up with a family or, you know, 2 or 3 other people, you'd probably just get to go on a boat by yourself. In the peak season, they'd probably have 20 people in each of those boats. But right now, it'd be like, yeah, okay, there's what, 2 of you? Yeah, what the hell, let's go. All right, just to do something, but unbelievable. So remember, hit that subscribe, throw me a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. I think in the next video, yeah, we're going to do something different. We're not going to look at China next time, but we're going to do something fun.